Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Easy English Podcast. My name is James, and I am incredibly happy you are here with me today. In this podcast, we help you learn English in a calm, easy, and effective way. I will speak slowly, use clear words, and explain everything step by step, so you can understand and follow along without any stress. Now, in today's episode, we are going to talk about something very special. We are going to talk about your motivation. Why is it sometimes easy to study, and sometimes so hard? We all have those days, don't we? Well, we'll explore simple tips to help you keep going, especially when you feel tired or think you are not making any progress. And because I want you to get the most out of this, I'll share a little secret right at the end, a simple method that will help you see your own progress every single day. It's a real game changer, I promise. So, if you've ever felt a little lost or discouraged in your English learning journey, this episode is for you. Get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's begin our journey together. Learning a language is a beautiful adventure, but let's be honest, it is not always easy. Some days, you feel fantastic. You learn new words, you understand a full sentence from a movie, it feels amazing. But other days, it feels difficult. You might listen to a native speaker and understand nothing. You might forget simple words. And you think, why is this so hard? And that, right there, is completely normal. Every single person who learns English, or any language, has those days. You are not alone. The most important thing is not to be perfect. The most important thing is to never, ever give up. Think of it like planting a garden. You can't plant a seed today and expect a big, beautiful tree tomorrow. It needs water, sun, time, and a lot of patience. Your English is like that garden. It needs your time, your practice, and your patience to grow. So, on the good days, enjoy your garden. Smell the flowers. And on the difficult days, just give it a little water. Even 5 minutes of practice is like giving water to your plants. It keeps them alive. It keeps your English alive. So, what can we do on those difficult days when motivation feels far away? I want to share with you the first of 5 practical tips. I call this first one, the power of small steps. You see, many students believe they need long, perfect study sessions to make real progress. They think, I need to study for 1 hour, with my textbook, in complete silence. But this thinking can actually stop us from taking action, especially on busy or tired days. The truth is very different. Progress in English is not about the length of your study time, it's about the consistency of your practice. On days when you feel overwhelmed, your goal should not be to do a lot. Your goal should be to do something, anything that connects you with the language. This could mean listening to just one song in English during your commute. It could be reading one short paragraph from a blog you enjoy. It could even be just repeating one sentence from this podcast out loud while you make your morning coffee. The key is to make it so easy that you cannot say no. Why does this approach work so well? Because it keeps the thread of learning unbroken. It sends a powerful message to your brain, my English journey is still alive and important, even today. This consistent, daily contact, no matter how brief, is incredibly powerful. It builds a habit slowly and gently, without pressure. Over weeks and months, these tiny investments of time compound into remarkable progress. You might not see it day by day, but you will certainly feel it over time. Think of it like building a wall, brick by brick. You don't need to lay 100 bricks every day. Some days, you might only lay 1 or 2. But if you do that consistently, you will eventually look up and see a strong, tall wall that you built yourself. Your English is built in exactly the same way, one small brick of practice at a time. Now, while small steps are powerful, they need to be supported by a strong foundation. And that foundation is your why, your deepest reason for learning. This leads us to our second tip, which is all about connecting with your personal motivation. Now, let's talk about that foundation I mentioned, your why. This is our second tip, and it might be the most important one. Connect with your deeper reason. Your why is the engine that drives your entire learning journey. It's the powerful, emotional reason that makes you want to continue learning English even when it feels challenging or when you're tired after a long day. So, I want you to think about this question seriously right now. Why are you truly learning English? Please, pause for just a moment and let the answer come to you. Don't just think about the first, obvious answer. Dig deeper. Is it primarily for your career, to get a better job, a promotion, or to work in an international company? Or is it for personal growth, to travel the world confidently, to make friends from different countries, to understand other cultures firsthand? Perhaps it's for education, to study at a university abroad, to read academic papers, or to access knowledge that isn't available in your native language. Maybe it's something more intimate, like understanding the lyrics of your favorite songs, watching Hollywood movies without subtitles, or reading classic books in their original language. Every person's why is unique and deeply personal. There is no right or wrong answer. What truly matters is that your reason is strong, meaningful, and emotionally resonant for you. On those difficult days when you feel like giving up, this why will be your anchor. It will be the light that guides you back to your path. It's like having a personal compass that always points to your true north when you feel lost in the forest of grammar rules and new vocabulary. I strongly recommend you make your why tangible. Don't just keep it as a thought in your head. Write it down clearly on a small piece of paper or a sticky note. Put it somewhere you will see it every single day, on your refrigerator door, on your bathroom mirror, or as a note on your phone's home screen. Say it out loud to yourself in the morning while you're getting ready. For example, I am learning English to provide a better future for my family and to show my children that anything is possible. Or I am learning English so I can finally travel to New York City and feel confident ordering coffee and asking for directions. When your reason is clear, visible, and present in your daily life, it transforms from a simple idea into a source of immense inner strength. It gives you energy, purpose, and a powerful why behind every what you do. It transforms learning English from a simple task or a school subject into a meaningful personal mission that is connected to your dreams and your identity. But understanding your why is one thing. How do you put it into practice when the method itself feels overwhelming, when the textbooks feel heavy, and the grammar rules seem endless? This is where our third, very practical tip comes in, which is all about making English a natural, easy, and even enjoyable part of your daily routine, rather than a chore you have to force yourself to do. This brings us to our third powerful tip: make English a natural part of your life. Many learners make the mistake of treating English as something separate from their daily routine, a subject to be studied only at a desk, with books, when you have study time. But this approach can make learning feel like a heavy obligation. The most successful learners I've met are those who do something different. They weave English gently into the fabric of their everyday existence, making it a natural companion, not a strict teacher. So, how can you do this in a practical way? It's actually much simpler than you might think. You don't need to move to another country or change your entire life. You just need to add a small, thin thread of English to the activities you already do and love. For example, if you enjoy listening to music on your way to work or while you cook dinner, try creating a special playlist with English songs. Don't just listen passively, look up the lyrics to one song each week and sing along. If you like watching videos online, subscribe to 1 or 2 English-speaking creators who talk about your hobbies, be it cooking, technology, fitness, or sports. The key is to choose topics you are genuinely passionate about. Another very effective method is to create what I call passive learning moments. These are moments where you are not formally studying, you are not taking notes, but you are still absorbing the language, getting used to its sounds, its rhythm, and its intonation. This could be listening to an easy English podcast like this one while you are cleaning your home, driving, or going for a walk. This consistent, low-pressure exposure is incredibly powerful. It removes the mental barrier and the pressure to perform or understand everything, and it makes learning feel less like a duty and more like a natural, even enjoyable, part of your day. Your brain learns to relax around English, and when your brain is relaxed, it becomes a sponge, absorbing information more effectively and for a longer time. A very simple but powerful trick is to change the language settings on your phone or on your favorite social media app to English for just 15 or 30 minutes a day. You will be genuinely surprised how many common words and phrases you will start to recognize and learn just by doing this simple, effortless action. The overall goal here is to build a friendly relationship with the language. When English becomes associated with things you love in your daily routines, your motivation will naturally grow, and the entire journey will feel much lighter, more organic, and truly enjoyable. However, even with all these smart strategies and this gentle integration, there will inevitably be moments of frustration. Moments where you listen to a fast conversation and understand nothing, or you forget a word you learned yesterday. In these moments, it is not just about the method, it is about the mindset. That is why our 4th tip is absolutely essential, and it has to do with the most important conversation you will ever have: how you talk to yourself on this journey. This leads us to what I believe is the most transformative tip of all, our 4th principle: become your own best friend. The way you speak to yourself during this learning journey is everything. I want you to think about this carefully. When you make a mistake in English, what is the voice inside your head saying? Is it saying, "I'm so slow," or "I'll never get this right," or "everyone is better than me"? If that sounds familiar, you are not alone, but it is time to change that internal conversation. Your mind is always listening to what you tell it. If you constantly criticize yourself, your brain begins to believe it, and it creates stress and fear around learning. But if you choose to be kind, patient, and encouraging with yourself, your brain relaxes, and it becomes more open and capable of learning. This isn't just positive thinking, it's about creating the optimal psychological environment for your brain to acquire a new language. So, the next time you struggle to remember a word or you feel nervous about speaking, I want you to try something. Pause for a moment and talk to yourself like you would talk to a good friend who is trying their best. You would never say to them, "You're terrible at this, just give up." You would say, "It's okay, you're learning. Just take your time. I'm proud of you for trying." You deserve that same kindness from yourself. Replace "I'm bad at English" with "I'm learning, and that's okay." Change "this is too difficult" to "this is challenging, but I can handle it step by step." This simple shift in your self-talk is like changing the soil in which your English garden grows. Criticism is like poor, rocky soil where nothing can thrive. But self-compassion is like rich, fertile soil where everything grows strong and healthy. Your confidence, your motivation, and your skills will all grow much better in this kind of environment. It makes the entire journey more peaceful and sustainable. Now, with this foundation of self-kindness, we can add the final piece, the simple, powerful habit of recognizing your progress, no matter how small. This is the secret I promised you at the beginning, and it's what will keep you moving forward with a sense of accomplishment and joy. And that brings us to our fifth and final tip, the secret I promised you at the very beginning: celebrate your small victories. This is the simple habit that will transform how you see your own progress. Many learners only feel successful when they achieve big goals, like passing a difficult exam or having a full conversation with a native speaker. But if we only celebrate the big moments, we might wait for months or even years to feel good about our English. That is a very long time to wait for motivation. The true secret is to find joy and pride in the tiny, everyday improvements. I want you to become a detective of your own progress. Did you understand the main idea of a short Instagram story in English today? That is a victory. Write it down. Did you remember the meaning of a word that you learned last week? That is a victory. Smile about it. Did you have the courage to say hello to a tourist in your city? That is a fantastic victory. Acknowledge it. I recommend keeping a simple victory journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just a small notebook or a note on your phone. Every day, before you go to sleep, write down one small, positive thing you did with English that day. It doesn't matter how small it seems. For example, today, I understood the weather forecast in English, or I used a new word correctly in a message. The act of writing it down is powerful. It makes your progress real and visible. On days when you feel discouraged, you can read through your journal and see all the proof of your hard work. You will see that you are not standing still, you are moving forward, step by step, victory by victory. This practice does something amazing. It trains your brain to focus on what you can do, not on what you can't do yet. It builds a positive and confident mindset. When you celebrate these small wins, you are essentially telling your brain, "We are succeeding. Keep going." This creates a powerful, positive cycle of motivation and achievement that will fuel your journey for years to come. Now, with all these 5 tips together, you have a complete toolkit to stay motivated. But I want to take one final moment to show you how all this effort connects to a bigger, brighter future for you. Now, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and imagine your future. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, or maybe 2 years, confidently using the English you are working so hard to learn today. See yourself ordering a coffee in London or New York without hesitation. Picture yourself making a new friend from another country because you could have a simple, beautiful conversation in English. Visualize yourself getting the job promotion because you added fluent in English to your resume. This future is not a dream, it is a destination you are building towards every single day, with every small step you take. The 5 tips we discussed today, taking small steps, knowing your why, making English part of your life, being kind to yourself, and celebrating small victories, these are not just tips. They are the building blocks of that future. They are the map that will guide you from where you are now to where you want to be. Remember, English is not just a language, it is a key. A key that can unlock new friendships, new career opportunities, new cultures, and new ways of thinking. It connects you to a global community of over 1.5 billion people. Every minute you spend listening to this podcast, every word you look up in a dictionary, every sentence you try to speak, you are not just learning, you are using that key. You are turning it in the lock, and soon, you will push the door wide open to a world of new possibilities. The effort you are making now is an investment in that future self, a wiser, more confident, and more connected version of you who will be so grateful that you never gave up. And remember this always, you are not just learning English. You are growing your mind, you are expanding your world, and you are proving to yourself that you are capable of amazing things. That is the true power of this journey. And so, my friend, we have reached the end of this episode. You have made it! Thank you for giving your time and your energy to your English journey today. We talked about motivation, how to find it, how to keep it, and how to be kind to yourself along the way. We explored 5 simple but powerful tips to help you continue moving forward, even on the difficult days. I want you to remember one thing above all: you are capable of amazing things. Every single step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward your dreams. I am truly proud of you for being here, for listening, and for not giving up on yourself. If this episode helped you, if it gave you a little more motivation or a new idea, please do me a small favor. Subscribe to the Easy English Podcast so you don't miss our next journey together. Hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed it. And most importantly, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me about one small victory you had with English this week. Did you learn a new word? Understand a sentence from a song? However small it seems, share it. Let's celebrate your progress together. This is James from the Easy English Podcast, signing off for now. Remember, your journey is unique, your progress is real, and I am here, cheering for you every step of the way. Keep learning, keep believing in yourself, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now!